morning, students. Today we are moving further to discuss the remaining steps in cultivation of crops. But before moving further, what we have discussed in the previous classes, we have discussed about the different steps which are involved in cultivation, like preparation of soil, sowing of crops, addition of manure and fertilizer, and about the irrigation methods in which the different ways by which water is supplied to the crops at regular intervals. Let's discuss about the next step, that is protection of crops from weeds. Here you will observe that weeds crops are protected from weeds. So what are weeds? Weeds are the undesirable plants that grow naturally along with the crops. So that's why these undesirable plants, unwanted plants which are growing along with the crops are called weeds. How weeds can be controlled? What are the different methods by which weeds can be controlled? It can be controlled by using certain chemicals or by using certain chemicals in the form of spray. Means spraying out the weedicides over the crops. So it will decrease the growth of weeds. For example, weedicide is 2,4-D. Here D represent dichlorophenoxyacetic acid. Weeds can also be removed manually, that is uprooting the weeds or cutting the weeds close to the ground. This can be done with the help of sickle, that is called khurpi, or by a seed drill. A man can be seen here who is spraying the weedicides over the crops to control the growth of weeds. So we can conclude that weeds are wild and undesirable plants which grow in the crop fields and compete with crops for space, soil, nutrients, water, sunlight. That's why these are called weeds. Let us take some example of weeds. Cholai, that is called Amaranthus. Chenopodium, that is called Bathua, Wild Oat, Zavi, and the other grasses which are called weeds. So weeds are means the weeds are the unwanted plants, undesirable plants which generally grow with the crops and take all the nutrients which are very necessary for the growth of crops. That's why it should be removed or it should be controlled. The next step which is involved in cultivation of crop is harvesting. Harvesting a crop is an important task. Here, cutting off crop after its maturation is called harvesting, and it can be done manually with the help of a sickle or by a machine called harvester or a combine. You can see the image of sickle and a combine machine. Then after the harvested crop, then after from the harvested crop, the grain are separated from chaff by the process of winnowing and threshing. And this harvesting season is also celebrated as a festival by different names and according to the different regions like Pongal, Baisakhi, Holi, Bihu. And the last one more step which is there in cultivation of crop is the seventh step, that is called storage. That is about storage. Here in the storage area, farmer have to store grains generally in the jute bags or in the metallic bins, that is metallic containers. However, large scale of storage is done for the grains in silos. This one is the image for silos and granaries to protect them from pests like rats, insects, and also from the moisture content. So these are all the different steps which are involved in the cultivation of crops, and all the seven steps are very important for the good growth of the crop, or you can say for the production of crops. Here we can discuss now about animal husbandry. So animal husbandry means animals reared at home or in farms have to be provided with proper food, shelter and care. When this is done on the large scale, it is called animal husbandry. Means rearing of animals is called animal husbandry. Rearing of animals is called animal husbandry. Uh, because animals provide different kind of food, like it could be milk, meat, egg, honey and fish. You can see a table here which is showing the different sources of animal food items which are obtained from different animals. If we are talking about meat and egg, main source is goat, sheep, fish or hen or duck, and this is rich in proteins. If we talk about fish, the fish is the main source of nutritious amount and easily digestible food. And if you talk about milk and other milk products, it mainly obtained from cow, buffalo, and goat. That's why rearing of animals is also very important, and it is called animal husbandry. So this is all about the first chapter which is there, and in this chapter we have been discussing totally about the crop production and about its management part, where all the 7 steps are very important for the good production of crops. Thank you very much, class, and we will be discussing the question answers part in the later classes.